in game number one of the match number one of the day, Miraen and Sejong came out on top and went back to the grand finals, winning the first set against that of Alter Ego. And now, here we are, the grand finals reset. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, all traders alike, final one, the real deal. No lies, just the truth. Final series.
Yeah, no more resets. Definitely, both teams needs 2 wins in this best of 3. It could be back and forth. It could be reverse sweep. It could be a sweep. Nothing matters. You just have to win twice, and you're the champion. You'll be crowned the champion of Southeast Asia of Asia Champions League.
Yeah, I mean, man. Ooh, I'm just. We just need to wait for this. The draft is going to be coming up in just a bit. Starting off 94 with the Zacian. Answered by Wars Umbreon. And of course, we have the Aegis as well, which we have been seeing, be used by Alter Ego. But this time, though, I guess what they're trying to do is make sure that Alter Ego changes up. Because this, Aegis Slash, oh, look at this, right? Aegis Slash, Umbreon, Clefable, dude, that was Alter Egos.
Oh,
right?
Yeah. Right.
And now Alter Ego is forced to change things up.
Yeah.
Even the Serledge was Alter Egos.
H/, oh yeah. So they're narrowing down the pool so far. But here's the thing. It could be an advantage, it could be a disadvantage as well, because this might bring up the other strengths of Alter Ego, because Miraen Sejong stole it away from them. That is a possible case. Especially if you do have the Zacian. Never doubt 94, come on.
Oh yeah, for sure. And Shangdi with the Greninja eyes into that of the the defender, the Trevenant, but Miraen Sejong though going back into the Espeon. Sabine, that is.
Yeah, totally excited for this game number 1. I'm so excited. I want to see some more Pokemon action.
Dude, I like the combination here coming from that of Miraen Sejong just because of the fact that, they have the Mamoswine. First and foremost, they have the Mamoswine, which can obviously, disposition Pokemon or players rather into Alter Ego. Then there is the follow-up, could be the follow-up that is Sabine with the Psychic Slayer, and then the Revenant Ren. This is a very dangerous combination coming from Miraen Sejong, and definitely says that they are not they are here to win it. And into the side of Alter Ego, man, it is actually a very balanced out composition as well, but at the same time, it is quite the safe pick that they went for in comparison to Miraen Sejong's quite aggressive kind of composition.
Yeah, I mean they are aggressive. They are an aggressive team. They have an aggressive composition. Really does reflect on their playstyle. But here's the thing: you've said actually, Miraen Sejong has a lot of crowd control. Mamoswine solely, every skill set it does have, every move set it does have. It is a crowd control. Espeon does have Psychic Slayer as well. And there's a little bit of a hindrance with Aegis and Umbreon. That's a total set of move wherein you could actually hinder your opponent.
Oh yeah, and speaking of hindrance though, there's never going to be another hindrance in this series as we are now headed into game number 1 of the Grand Finals reset. Alter Ego and Miraen Sejong. Let's have a champion time.
And again, this is the only best of 3 that's left for tonight. This is going to determine who's going to be crowned as the champion. Let's see is gonna emerge victorious. Who's gonna emerge victorious? And 9th mark, they're already waiting down for the Otars as well.
And here we have it. Both of them, a bit of a handshake in terms of the birds up top and down bottom. Both of them at 7 points now, but as we can see here, Miraen Sejong does have the level 5 Serledge, which could prove a problem in the early game. And if they can, obviously, maintain this, then, well, Alter Ego is going to have a hard time.
Oh yeah, that would be really difficult for them. So as much as possible, you might want to keep up at the facing of Miraen Sejong because definitely their XP so far for Miraen Sejong, it is looking good and not quite the case here for Alter Ego. As you can see, Miraen Sejong is trying to advance even further because they know they have the advantage.
Look, Shangdi is still a gibble. In comparison to earlier where they immediately are a Gabite at the stage, Miraen Sejong was able to, acknowledge this. That, hey, this is the thing that we need to do, and this is what we're going to be doing. And they do that quite well.
Yeah, because here's the thing. The moment that Gabite, or actually it was already a guard jump during the 7-minute mark of the game. Right now it's just a level 5. They need 2 more, was that right? 4 more levels, actually, to be a guard jump and claim your Unite move. That's gonna cost a lot of time. Maybe you need 1 minute and 30 for that.
And see, this is now, I guess, the best because the best kind of matchup for Miraen Sejong for a grand finals, because again, with the geographical location of both of these teams, they are actually quite near each other. So Miraen Sejong would be able to play in the best possible situation against that of Alter Ego, and at the same time we are now seeing the power of the second placer in the most recent World Championships.
Yeah, they're not going to be the second placer in the World Championships out of nothing. But right now, there goes another KO for Alter Ego's side. They're going to be doing a handshake here in terms of objective. They might want to take that top path tier 1 goal zone before taking down the Reggie.
Yeah, and now look at this. Alter Ego is just buying enough time for them to be able to take down the Reggie Rock. But then again, Miraen Sejong with Jong going to be able to take down the Reggie Elecki. A bit of a handshake, but then again, in terms of the scoring, Miraen Sejong is just going to keep on widening it up. And just like that, a bit of there's not a lot of overcapping, but at the very least, they were able to destroy the first triple down bottom for Alter Ego too.
Yeah, but right now, look who is inside the mean look. That's going to be Aizen landing the Wind Hammer up against Ward, and Ward has to back away for his life. But Shobo will be pinched by a lot of members. That's a huge punishment for Alter Ego as they punish Miraen Sejong.
Oh, interesting. The Terror Edge coming from Jong actually goes in for Flame Charge. Actually, no, it is not surprising. It is going to be a Flame Charge, Bitter Blade, which arguably is the better one in terms of like a 5v5 composition. But Phantom Force is being picked as well a lot on solo lobbies. But then again, speaking of that though, the Garchomp Shingdi is going to be taken out solo.
Yeah. Solo, and it's just level 10. We're right to tell you, like, despite being level 10, they're actually on the same footing in terms of level for both of the teams. Like, there's 2 level 10s, level 9s, level 8, so kind of understandable that Alter Ego is still riding at the same boat with Miraen Sejong. So they just have to, get an opening, score as much as they can, or, just leave it wide open and play it all out in the Rayquaza fight later on.
Thing is, right, Miraen Sejong does have the lead, not only in XP but also in points. I mean, sure, Alter Ego does have 3 level 10s, but do they have a level 11?
Yeah, and that's gonna put Alter Ego into a slight disadvantage here, because if you don't get the proper timing, definitely you would be punished really hard. Spirits all the way up there. We'll try to go inside. Revenant Red is gonna be up there here, JJ-kun.
Yes, sir, and there you have it. It is going to be a KO here. That is going to be the Eldegoss. No more support coming from that of Alter Ego. And they're going to be able to take the tank as well. Defender is down. That's going to be Shingdi. And of course, the Zacian as well for the price of 2. They'll make the 5. No, everyone gets out. There's a team wipe coming in from that of Miraen Sejong. And that's going to put them a lot of advantage.
Did you just saw that? The Psychic Solaire was cancelled right off the moment that it popped off. That was beautiful from Alter Ego, but they weren't able to continue it. They weren't able to maintain that kind of opportunity. Because Miraen Sejong is actually driving the bus as of the moment.
Man, Alter Ego needs to get their alters up now. if they do want to win against Miraen Sejong. Because earlier on, right, game number 1, definitely Alter Ego did have the control of the game, but this time around, ever since game number 2 and now back to a reset game number 1, Miraen Sejong is just playing around with Alter Ego.
Yeah, they're gonna be playing around. They're just gonna be buying time here. Miraen Sejong has to push back Alter Ego as much as they can because the Rayquaza is nearing. The arrival is already near, rather. We're gonna be waiting for it. It's just 1 minute and 10 seconds to be specific.
Fast approaching, yeah. It's fast approaching indeed. And now, just a minute left. We're gonna be able to see the last set of objectives alongside the Rayquaza as well. And now we just have been given the notification, and to every players as well, that it is the lead into the side of Miraen Sejong, which is quite, I'm pretty sure they would know as well. Quite obvious that, well, they haven't really destroyed any score goals for Miraen Sejong, whereas, there's already 2 first score goals that's destroyed into the side of Alter Ego. Not surprising.
No, not surprising. But here's the thing: there's no major objective already. Actually, that's only 5 seconds, so that's not gonna be enough for you to get the objective here all the way into the bottom path. Actually, 10 seconds rather. 10 seconds.
I think they still can.
Yeah, they actually can. Yeah,
they can spread the lower, the Reggie bottom. If everyone's going to be there, that's the thing. But that also puts them in a position where they are allowing Miraen Sejong to,
Oh no! They heard you. They heard you.
Yeah, right. They're going to allow Miraen Sejong to get the position advantage to the Rayquaza, and they cannot let that happen. Now, if they do want to win this, they need to flip that Rayquaza. Look at that. Psychic Sword is going to be popped up as well into the Infinite Cyber, and the Reverend Rend is going to be popped up here. Miraen Sejong secures the Rayquaza. There's going to be 2 down to the center. Also, to make the 3, and the Trevenant is going to be taken out as well. And the 1 left here is secured with that of the Eldegoss, and they are going to wipe them all out. Miraen Sejong secures the 3rd consecutive games for the Grand Final Series.
No way! They did it so quick! They just have to go all out, and that Revenant Rend, perfectly timed, calculated by Miraen Sejong. And look at this, Alter Ego is just at a double-digit score. This is a domination from Miraen Sejong, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo, man, it's again, as I mentioned, right, earlier during the draft, this is a very, very scary combination, a very scary composition coming from Miraen Sejong, with all those combinations of their moves and the synergy of those as well. Psychic Slayer into Reverend Rend, and Ice Fang, Mammoth Mash as well. Man, it's devastating to see it in action, and just like you said, Alter Ego was left into just 2 digits.
That's gonna hurt a lot. Alter Ego is currently on a losing streak, 3 consecutive games. And right now, Miraen Sejong only needs to win 1 more. And they have the momentum, and the composure is with them. So for sure, they will come back much more stronger here in game number 2, and Alter Ego needs to have their composition a better strategize and more systematic. There we go. Much more systematic, much more organized lineup. I'd have to tell you that, because
much more calculated too.
Yeah, the moment they didn't use their comfort picks during the first set of grand finals, it was a downfall for them in this game.
Woo, man. I'm both excited and nervous for this match, because honestly, look, Alter Ego, they were already at the grand final spot. They were already waiting for Miraen Sejong, and now, as time passed by, been a pleasure to see all the teams. And again, it's Sacred Rare is one of the teams that a lot of people are eyeing on at the moment, especially going into the winter tournament. But we'll see when we get there. For now, we're gonna go back into the games. Game number 2, potentially the last one as well, should Miraen Sejong win this one.
Oh yeah, they should. They must actually win this. Right now, they're going to be banning a lot of supporters out here. Poopa and the Psyduck. I'm really not surprised with the bans because you don't want those rotations to come out, and they're going to be narrowing down the options, at least for supporters. But I might tell you, there is no Urshifu as well. Yes, you don't have the Urshifu a while ago, but definitely that would leave Miraen and Uruguay open once again. Still have Umbreon, by the way.
Umbreon's definitely open. We might be able to see it be picked up here by Alter Ego once again. But yeah, Ikura or Ice really could be using that.
Yeah, so far, by the way, Miraen Sejong actually got that Zation from Alter Ego. Once again, they're trying to... Oh my goodness! Alter Ego right now is getting the first two Pokemons of Miraen Sejong during game number 1, which is Umbreon and the Aegislash. So who knows what would come up next, because Miraen Sejong got the first Pokemon of Alter Ego as well during game number 1.
And now, we've seen Ikura to be the one using the quite differently, right? By the way the Ice is using Umbreon, and Ikura's Umbreon is more of a crowd control kind of like a space giver, I'd say, rather than Ice's more of a tankier Umbreon. But now they're going to be gunning in for double defender, that is the Crustle alongside the Umbreon, and at the same time Z-Ray here is not going to be changing things up, as they are going to be still with that of the Miraidon.
Yeah. And here's the thing, they have a great composition for Alter Ego, knowing that they are so star-studded in terms of defense, and it's just Sabine who can actually, shred down those defense, or rather SP defense with the Slick Spoon. No one else. Because that Umbreon was at the hands of Alter Ego. That Snarl could have been the possibility to, decrease those defense. But it's not available as well for them, and Urshifu was banned.
Ooh, man, it's it could have been like a Pokemon for could have been a Pokemon for Alter Ego, but I guess sticking to the guns right now, Aegislash is a really good pick as well for them, but Shingdi now in the Blaziken at this point of the tournament, I mean, sure, but this is not one of the Pokemon that they have been using for the entirety of the day. So this might be their surprise pick, going up against Miraen Sejong, just like what they did with the Chandler. But again, to change things up than the comfort pick that they have been using for the rest of the day, it's quite risky. But if it works, the momentum will definitely shift.
Yeah. And here's the thing, like when you do have a Blaziken, you actually have two options. I mean, it's about your stances, and at the same time, you would have a little bit out of range, which is by the means of Focus Blast. Definitely, you could use that to poke your opponents away, and it's not just just a damage. It could actually make them slow or decrease their movement speed, which is actually a great value whenever you're dealing with opponents who's actually very agile.
Oh man, it's whew. I don't know, man. I still have no words. Could be the final game now. Miraen Sejong, Alter Ego, Lucario though. If we do see an extreme speed Lucario, less likely to happen, but
I don't know, we've seen it a while ago, actually. We've seen it a while ago. There was,
or a punch close combat, though.
Yeah, but that was one time only. We've seen Lucario more than once, as far as I know.
Yes, of course. But here we go, though. The potential final game for both of these teams. Again, game number 2, Miraen Sejong and Alter Ego Grand Finals. Let's have a champion time.
And this could be the champion time for Miraen Sejong. Warrior game is all that they need. Right now, they're actually careful on their facing. And look at that. Look at the buffs actually for Miraen Sejong. That Zation is just gonna start clearing it all out. So there's no prioritization in the Altaria and Swablues.
I mean, they don't really need to, not yet. Miraen Sejong still does have a bit of control, especially with Lucario, that doesn't really have a lot of those, power spikes, their stat spikes, except obviously coming in from that of level 9. So, they don't really have to. Obviously, level is still a deficit, but they would be able to still catch up with them with no problem. Here we go. Power up potion is going to be used as well alongside the meteor match, but unfortunately, no response here as Chobo is still a ghostly fleur.
Oh, this is not looking good for Miraen Sejong. And look at that, Zero already at level 6. And could actually dominate every single lane wherever they want to be in, but War would surf in to make everyone fall back.
Oh, they are going to be really going in for the surf instead of well, yeah, we might be able to see amnesia later on if they do use surf. But at the same time, like telekinesis is still going to be a huge threat here for alter ego if they do decide to go for that, especially with the Blaziken to stop the Blaziken really and the Age Slash. That's all they need to do. Telekinesis in and out, and just isolate them, take them out as well.
So that was actually the wish that is being used. So we're not going to be seeing debuffs here because technically they don't really need it as much. But yeah.
I mean, it was only the Zacian and the Lucario, right? That needs to be, that can be, where, Snarl is going to be effective too as well. So might as well allow Ikura to be, to survive as much as possible, especially with the cross. So it isn't Ice that's using the cross, but instead they're going to be switching things up. And look at that though, Alter Ego is going to be able to secure, Nightfall is going to be able to get that Reggie bottom as they try to take this Reggie Elecki as well. And look at that, beautiful foul play, gonna be able to take down Sabine.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Here's the thing, it was a Focus Blast Fire Punch mode for the Blaziken, so definitely that setup from the foul play was right on point. Yes, it could be an overheat, but overheat takes a lot of time. And that burst damage is really on point, making Alter Ego won that team fight in top path.
I am surprised that Shingdi didn't want to go to score despite having the Reggie Elecki. Instead wants to go back, rotate just a little bit before actually scoring in. But nonetheless, they still scored in 40 points off top, destroying the first score goal, and now they have destroyed both first score goals for the side of Miraen Sejong. Quite an opposite of what happened on the previous game.
Yeah, and Alter Ego right now is coming into the senses. Psychic Slayer plus the eject button to go back immediately.
Wow.
Good.
Dude.
Wow.
Let me tell you, if Alter Ego wins this one, for sure, Miraen Sejong is going to ban Crustle. Because look at all the space that Ikura is doing for the team. And the way that they are placing down the right timing, the Rock Tomb, just allows them to pick up Miraen Sejong one by one.
Yeah, one by one, and it's not just that. The whole functionality about it is to narrow down the space and as well as pinch down multiple members, not just a member actually. And they do have a Blaziken that actually goes well with the Crosso. It could be the overheat, it could be the Fire Punch and the Focus Blast. It's just when you get pinched down on the Rock Tomb, it's totally over once the Blaziken is up online.
Now the Reggie bottom is going to be coming up as well. We have a Sabine trying to get away. There's going to be Tree into the side of Miraen Sejong going up top, trying to position themselves into that Reggie Elecki, and Shingdi is just waiting for them there as well. Ikura is now slowly catching up to the game, into the team, just so that they can buy some time. And Shingdi is now soloing the Reggie Elecki.
Oh wow. It's not looking good for Miraen Sejong. Look at the deficit in terms of numbers, in terms of levels. That's actually very huge. Level 12 compared to level 10. Wow. And just as I said that, they were able to get down some XPs, but not going to be quite enough to catch up.
See, that's what I'm talking about, right? Like, it's the slow beam and the telekinesis that is going to provide so much problem into the side of Alter Ego. But then again, I would understand as well if they're not going to be going in for the telekinesis instead. Well, that was sort of obviously for crowd control, but Skull would be okay as well, especially that there's a lot of like physical attackers into the side of Alter Ego attack stat. Sorry, a scaling Pokemon rather than special attack. But look at that, another foul play. That was beautiful from Ice, isolating the Lucario despite having been used. That Aura Cannon didn't really matter.
And a chance for an overcap here all the way to the top path. Despite getting multiple KOs, they're going to leave that goal zone wide open because they want to build up that lead as soon as they can. But right now, Miraen Sejong, they have to clear these wild Pokemons as soon as possible. Never give it to your opponent because they really do have to catch up in terms of levels. Yes, they're slowly catching up, but they don't have someone at level 13 yet.
Man, this is looking pretty bleak right now for Miraen Sejong. Currently, Alter Ego does have the control of the game, but the thing is, we've already seen this, right? Alter Ego having control of the first half, and the first half of the latter half. So like until the last part of the match, right? They have the full control, but then again, Miraen Sejong just sweeps in with they don't have the Miraen now. Alter Ego has it, but still is a huge possibility of getting flipped as well into the Rayquaza. Hopefully that doesn't happen, so we do go get game number 3, but that all depends on how Alter Ego is going to utilize and play this Rayquaza.
Yeah, they have to push back Miraen Sejong as much as they can. Maybe just take a look at the minimap. Miraen Sejong doesn't want to go and secure that Regieleki because they know that Alter Ego is up and going in Rayquaza and they're not going to be playing tag. Instead, they're going to be getting the objective, but there are 2 members already eyeing on the prize.
Oh, the slow beam into the Miraidon. They're going to going in, and it looks like Miraen Sejong secures the Rayquaza sensation. Ladies and gentlemen, alternate life. They're going to be able to take a 3 into the Alter Ego as well. The championship has slipped away from Alter Ego, and now they're going to try to score and remove all those lead coming in from Alter Ego as they put in the scores. 400, 500 points right now, leading by 177 points right now against Alter Ego. Miraen Sejong just needs to defend their score goals in 1 minute's time.
It's just about defense. Miraen Sejong doesn't want to overextend. And this is the opportunity that they have been looking forward to. It's all about defense right now. Alter Ego has to double time. They only have 50 seconds. They have to go for the eliminations, for the KOs, for their team to get an ample space and do the KOs and score the goals.
Oh man, this is it. See, Miraen Sejong not only did a sweep, not only did a reverse sweep, but they won 4 games in a row against Alter Ego out of everyone into the grand finals.
And with that, our Pokemon Unite Asia Champions League for Southeast Asia champion is none other than Miraen Sejong from South Korea.
Congratulations to them, winning the entire thing. Alter Ego, we can't dismiss. They were really great, and as I have said, we've already seen this before. Alter Ego controlling the game against Miraen Sejong from the early game to the mid game, going over the Rayquaza, but Miraen Sejong always knows that if they are on the deficit, they know how to prepare to the Rayquaza, and that is what they did. Took down the Rayquaza, took down Alter Ego, took down the Squirtle, and take the throne of the championships. That is the Pokemon Unite Asia Champions League 2025.
It may have been Sabine, who's actually the MVP in terms of stats. Definitely Jong provided a lot of impact towards that Rayquaza objective in order for the team to secure it. What a game! 4 consecutive wins is what we're talking about.
For sure, it's always been, you know, I have the words now. It's been such a long day, and man, they deserve this. They deserve this. That's all I can say.